guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another video for you guys. I just filmed a video of me styling my hair. So yeah, I know, finally, right? I'm going to do my everyday makeup but with new products. I'm going to start out with this Biore sunblock. I have two. I got both of this at Hermo. They sent this to me. These two, I chose this one because I don't know, the packaging was a bit more colorful, so that's why I opened this one instead of this one. But I read a lot of reviews saying that this is a holy grail sunblock for a lot of people, so I'm like, I'm curious. Let me just open this one. This one, I tried it. It has just like a slight gray cast. The amount of gray cast that this gives is the same as the simple one. So I was hoping this one doesn't have any white cast, but so far so good because this one is less greasy than the simple one. Yes. And I want to open this one. Apparently the one from Biore is always marketed to be really good as the makeup base. So whoop whoop. Ooh, white color. I'm facing my window right now. I'm afraid of getting burnt because I am using glycolic acid on my face, so I just want to be protected from the sun. I ain't taking no chances, hunty. Oh, this, no, I can't. Oh, and it's so comfortable. It is very watery. What is this? Watery Essence Aqua Rich. Wow, Aqua Rich. Now for the other challenge. Do I need to put my moisturizer on now? Or this is moisturizing now? Because usually I mainly just use my sunblock as my moisturizer, because it's like daytime moisturizer, they would infuse SPF in it, so I would usually skip like a proper sunblock. But hopefully this is, you know, both sunblock and moisturizer as well. It says Aqua Rich, so no white cast. I like. For my foundation, I want to use, of course I want to use my Pixy, but there's a different one. Why didn't I try the Ultimate Cake sooner? Is because they don't really have a shade that I am in. I'm usually this one, but the darkest shade that they have is a color that is similar to that. I didn't get the shade that is closer to this color right here, the darkest shade that they offer, but instead I got a color called Light Yellow because I love a stronger highlight. So I was thinking I could use this under my eyes and things. But what worries me is that this color is lighter than the yellow beige in the original line. You see? Like so much lighter. Am I gonna look gray? Everything in this is so light. This is so thick. This is so thick, you cannot use this on top of another foundation. Like, for example, if you're using a liquid foundation and if you want to top up using this as a setting powder, cannot, because this is so thick, your face is going to look... Yes?
What you doing?
Talking to myself. The only clear difference that I see so far is that the original one is very thick, which is good because the coverage is awesome. It's very silky soft. Because it's thinner, you can apply this over top of foundation, so that will mean this is more versatile. But if the coverage is less, I don't know how I feel about that. What I really like about the Pixy original two-way cake is the coverage, you know. So I don't know, we'll see. So the foundation that I have on my skin is the one from Mary Kay. This is the Time Wise Matte Wear Liquid Foundation. So I've applied this before. So this is not my first time applying this foundation because I have worn this before in my first playing with makeup video. If you guys saw that video, you would know that this is the full size version. So the one that I was trying it out was the one that the little sachet samples. So I got the one in the shade beige 5. This is spot on my shade, girl. Okay. I'm going to be applying for the very first time this sponge right here. I mean, what? I'm going to be applying my foundation with this sponge right here. Okay. So this is the one from EtudeH, my beauty tool soft cream puff. My first impression of this is not good because this is so hard. This is so stiff. I'm going to run this underneath water to see if it expands or not. So hopefully it does. Guys, it didn't expand. It's still hard. Okay, let's see how it works. But so far, it's like punching my face. Do you hear that? Okay. Not the most... Okay, you know what? I'm going to give it a chance. Oh, this is so not comfortable. Beauty blender, you are not. What? Right, I'm going to just use my fingers from now on because that thing did not work for me. I like the idea of applying my foundation using a sponge though, because you know it's wet and everything, and it's quite nice to have something that is damp on my skin, because right now in Malaysia it is scorching hot. But if it's not gonna do anything aside from abusing my face, I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't tolerate domestic abuse. Okay, so for this foundation, the first time I applied it, I forgot to wear my moisturizer. This one, the L'Oreal trumatch, you can skip your moisturizer and you know it's going to look fabulous on you. But this one, no moisturizer, it's going to look bad. Because the sponge is wet, I'm hoping that it would take off excess foundation off my nose, because I don't really have blemishes on my nose, so I'm okay with this removing the foundation that is sitting on top of. Wait, no, okay. Oh, is it full coverage? No. Is it buildable? You know, slightly, but not so much. I wouldn't depend on it. I'll tell you what's a buildable foundation though. The one from L'Oreal, the True Match, the original True Match. This is buildable, and I really like it. And it's a very silicone-based foundation as well, so I just feel like it perfects the skin. My under eye circles are not bad, probably because of the lighting. Ah, see? You can see there's a bit of shadow underneath my eyes, but because of the light, it's kind of like you can't really see it, but I do have a bit of darkness underneath my eyes. Just my bronzer, this is a very orangey tone bronzer. I love using this underneath my eyes. I plan on going with a lighter shade of powder, which is the new one right here, and this is really light. And if I go anything that is this light underneath my eyes, it's going to just read ashy and look gray. So to counteract the gray look, I'm going to apply some orange underneath there, because overall you can see my skin tone has a little bit of orange because I'm, you know, brown. Naturally, I have a bit of orange in my skin. Once I apply a lighter color underneath my eyes, instead of like gray and white, it's going to be like a lighter shade of orange. It looks better rather than the gray, that's what I'm trying to say. And the trick with color correcting is that you always want to use the tiniest amount. For the start of the show, the new one, let me just read. Ultimate Makeup Cake in light yellow. You know, oh, this is so much finer by comparison. Whoa. Too bright. You know what? On the other side, I'm going to use, which is the one in yellow beige, but in the original two-way. This powder is just too thick to be layered on top of another foundation. This looks so crazy compared to this one looks so crazy. I have another powder. This is from the brand called Pupa. I don't know where this is actually from, but it's a loose powder in the shade. I think I got the darkest shade possible at that time, number 3. And look at it, it's so brown. Yeah, it's so brown. So I'm going to use this like kind of as a bronzer, kind of. And have I expressed my love for this brush yet? Okay, so this powder does add color, but it does not add coverage. I don't know how I feel about that yet, because right now I'm kind of looking for a bit of coverage, because I have like scars over here peeking through. But so far it's a very basic powder, nothing special about it. It is thin, but it's rather translucent, but it's not transparent. So it's a very natural bronzer, which is, you know, which is kind of nice. I have to play around with this some more. Nothing special about it, but it could be. So I may get this in a lighter color to just see how it goes. Let me just try that one out first. If I like the formulation, I might get the one in, you know, my skin tone or something. Okay, you know what? I think I'm done with the skin. My under eye though. I'm so excited for this one. I want to try it, but I think I want to reserve it for another video. This is kind of like a peel-off eyebrow thingy. So excited for this one. My next video will be on this one. Yes. So what this is going to do is just like you apply it and then you peel it off, and the thing is going to sting your eyebrows for a few days. So excited for it. For today, I'm going to be using my good old eyebrow pencil. This is So Baked bronzer in the color Tiki by Hard Candy, but it broke and kind of like the dome broke off. This is the other sister. This is darker a bit. You know what? I'm gonna use this one instead. Okay, so this is just a bit darker. So what this is going to do is just like give me like an overall bronze, glowy, oily look. Last time when my skin was bumpy, I can never use this much shimmer on my face. But now, I feel like a free woman. Now I am quite upset with myself because I was talking to myself the entire time. I didn't even press the play button. So this is what I have so far. I used the exposure palette, the first one from Smashbox. So I was just like rambling on and on about this palette, but I was just talking to myself. So I'm like, I don't have any mood for me to re-explain what I was doing again. But so far I'm only using this, just one shade right here. Let me just like go through again, but very briefly. The formulation is nothing outstanding. I just feel like the colors, the pigmentation, I don't know, just powder itself. The powder itself is just so densely packed into the pan to the point that it's quite difficult for me to get anything onto my brush. This is also the kind of eyeshadow that you have to use a base, and I use the one from Essence. This is just 15 ringgit and I really like this. If you use too much, then this is going to crease. But this is so long wearing. Girl, get you some. And personally, I am the kind of person that doesn't use a primer, so for me to be using a primer for this is just that I just don't feel like... You know how some people are obsessed with lipstick? I mean, I'm obsessed with lipstick too. And some people are obsessed with base. I'm obsessed with base. Like eyebrow, I'm obsessed with everything. But I really love eyeshadow, and I've tried a lot of eyeshadow. I own a lot of eyeshadow palettes. I have, like, I love eyeshadows. I mean, this is just like, yeah, okay. You know, by comparison, because like I said, the shadow is just too densely packed to the point that it's too natural. But if I wanted to go for a natural look, I wouldn't even use any eyeshadow, but instead I would just go in with my, I don't know, my highlight or my bronzer, contour on my eyes anyway. Now I can use this shade right here because I am a little bit lighter. When I was darker, I found this palette to be like, all of this is just too light and then it goes way dark. And for me personally, I will only concentrate the darker shade on the outer corner just to define, and I wouldn't like use this color to just like blow out, you know, a smoky eye or anything like that. So if you want any shade darker than I am, this is just the variety. To me, it's just personally, I just don't think it's there. The shimmer is not the best. It's just too dry. You see, the pigmentation is just quite poor. I don't know, it's just a bit too flaky for my taste, but I'm sure this is going to work beautifully if you dampen your, you know, like your brush. But I like to have the option to not dampen my brush, but thankfully it's not mine. Okay, I picked out this mascara from Hermo. I heard a lot of good things about this mascara, and I'm so excited to try this out. Hopefully this is going to give me volume, clumpy, spidery, like fake lash effect. I don't want it to look natural. I want it to look crazy. Okay, smelling. From the brand called Heroine make long and curl mascara, super waterproof in jet black. So far it is making my lashes long, but it still looks natural. I don't want my lashes to look natural. I want it to look crazy. Oh, okay. Right off the bat, I am noticing a problem with this mascara. It doesn't have the stopper thingy. So when you dip your brush in, the stopper would kind of like squeeze the excess product off the one back inside the tube thingy. I am getting so much product into my brush the second time I pump it in. See, whenever I dip the brush back in, I just get so much product. How am I supposed to like scrape it back in? I have decided that I don't like to do that, because just now I was like saying, I don't know how I feel about that. Now I do. I don't like that. Okay, I went a little bit too happy with my mascara, but so far I am really liking the results because it is so dramatic. Comparing this to the Roller Lash is more of a lengthening mascara that is very wet, which is a formulation that I don't personally prefer because I prefer a drier formulation, just like a lot of Maybelline mascaras are. Because I have like smudges, I don't like. So I think the next time around I'm going to apply it like one coat, let it dry, and then I should apply it the second coat instead of just like layering it, you know. But so far, look at the volume that I have on my lower lash line. I would usually not apply any mascara on my lower lash line because first of all, I have such few lashes. Apply, you know, like darker shadow and just call it a day. I don't really enhance my lower lash line because there's not much for me to enhance, so might as well just not bother. This is the one from In2it. This is the Moisture Intense line in the color Cranberry. That's it for my video. I really like how the makeup look turned out, except for the under eyes because it's just a little bit too bright. But I have to say that this is better than this one, definitely, but you guys can't see it because, you know, the camera is a little bit, you know, the quality is compromised, but that's okay. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in a few days. Okay, bye-bye.